Ask Senator Obama a question in the same line. The 3 astronauts of Apollo 11 who went to the moon back in 1969 all said that they believe there is life beyond Earth. Do you agree?
You know, I don't know, and I don't presume to know. What I know is there is life here on Earth, and that we're not attending to life here on Earth. We're not taking care of kids who are alive and unfortunately are not getting health care. We're not taking care of senior citizens who are alive and are seeing their heating prices go up. So as president, those are the people I will be attending to first. There may be some other folks on their way.
So it turns out that if aliens ever show up here on Earth, little green men might be the least of our problems. A new study indicates that instead, they'll probably be more like super intelligent dinosaurs, as smart and as cunning as humans. As one scientist put it, we would be better off not meeting them. Sleep tight.
It was supposed to be perfect. Just her and me in this beautiful place, but then she was gone.
The truth had been kept from me. We'd abused them, detained them illegally.
The CIA had known about the program for years. We didn't know what these people were capable of. They had taken my daughters. I did what I did to try to save them.
It is essential that the world didn't hear about the event, but it's too late for that now.
Now, from the executive producer of 24, NBC brings you an exclusive look at the event. In our history, few events have altered mankind.
Mr. President, you're making a mistake, and everyone here agrees.
The next event is upon us.
Don't you think we should at least warn them so they can prepare?
There's a terrorist on Flight 514. Do not let it take off.
He's got a gun! Drop the gun!
Sir, we need to keep moving. The attack is already underway.
Something's happening! Oh my God!
How are we supposed to reassure the public? We don't have answers yet.
I can't tell you anything.
I don't want your apology. I want the truth.
This is beyond anything that we are prepared for.
The event happens Mondays 9/8 Central on NBC.
Sorry, Mr. President. It's too late. Choice open to us will be far from humane.
We were here first.
Please help me! Please! Help me! It's your fault!
We'll have it. We call it the event. The next step for our people will change. Evolve into something else, something greater. But your people won't survive it.
History. There have been few events that have shaped mankind. The next event is upon us.
Mayday! Mayday! I haven't told you everything.
Alaska, 1944. An unidentified craft crashes in the wilderness, but for some reason, the survivors don't want to be found.
They've spotted us.
Well, the survivors are actually aliens, so they just want to stay out there and just minding their own business.
So some of the people in the crash were wounded, and some weren't.
They split into two groups.
Unless you go, there's no hope.
The able-bodied escape.
The survivors of the crash, they stay and they get caught by the military.
The 97 wounded who stayed behind are detained in a prison.
Welcome to Mount Nostranka.
The leader of the prisoners is named Sophia. The 97 detainees look human, but they don't age like we do.
It's weird that they don't age. I wish I had that problem.
Okay, so it's 66 years later, and the president has found out about the secret prison, and so he decides that he's going to go out to this place in Alaska, and so he feels really bad for the detainees, so he decides to let them go free.
This ends today.
He wants to release these people. They didn't do anything wrong, but all these people, they're like really against it for some reason. I don't know.
Sterling is head of national security.
And he just, creepy guy.
He thinks the president's making a mistake.
Mr. President, you're making a mistake.
So does the VP. More about him later.
So we're introduced to this young couple, Sean and Layla. They're out on a cruise.
I like Layla. I don't like Sean because he gets to be with Layla on the show. I'm kind of jealous, actually. But, you know, he's going to propose to her.
On this cruise, they meet this obnoxious couple named Vicky and Greg. This is where things get really freaky and interesting.
Greg, you guys taken out, man. Done.
Layla is kidnapped, and no one believes Sean when he tries to find her.
Where's my girlfriend?
Layla's dad Michael's a nice guy, until he hijacks a plane.
They force him to hijack the plane and do something he doesn't really want to do.
The kidnappers killed his wife, took his younger daughter Samantha, and Layla. Vicky is one of the kidnappers.
Simon is a great person, great guy, he's a hero.
Simon's one of Sophia's people, but that's his secret. And he works for the president, so he finds out about this whole thing that's going on and he tries to stop the plane.
You ain't getting by me, come on!
Sean is on the plane too. He tries to rejack the plane from hijacker Michael. The plane's going to crash into the president.
When he sees the plane disappear, he's completely freaked out.
Who saved us?
I haven't told you everything.
After the plane disappears, it reappears in a field in a desert kind of area.
2,000 miles away in Arizona, to be exact. Sean runs. He's a fugitive now. The president is weirded out by the vanishing plane. He's also mad at Sophia. She lied about the other survivors from 1944 and a bunch of other things.
He needs to know what's going on, and he's, trying to get it from Sophia.
I want the truth.
One of my favorite scenes with Simon, I love Simon, is he's called in the hangar to talk with his boss, Sterling, and Sterling tells him, okay, you have to go find the aliens. To Simon.
We'll find them.
This guy's wanted on a federal murder warrant.
So Sean ends up getting captured by the FBI agent. She doesn't believe a single word that he's saying.
Now, the aliens, they call them sleepers. And Thomas is the head honcho guy of the sleepers that are out and about.
Plane's in Arizona. Here are the coordinates.
Simon finds the plane, but the passengers are dead, and it wasn't from the crash.
Dead, sir. Every last one of them.
So it turns out Sean and this FBI agent end up getting in a car accident. He ends up saving her, but she still ends up not believing him.
We knew what he was trying to say, but she didn't see it. And finally, through the sneakiness, he finally shows her that what he's saying is totally true. He gets on that computer and proves to her what he was totally right.
Whoever that is, she's got Layla, please!
So the FBI agent starts believing Sean and what he's saying about the plane, but these guys come to pick up Sean, and the FBI agent isn't sure who these guys are, so they just kill everybody, shoot everybody down. So she and Sean run away and just drive off.
The president is upset by the dead passengers, and Sophia is not helping. Strange thing is, they're not really dead.
All of a sudden, they start waking up one by one.
Are you saying they were still alive and you didn't know?
So there's Layla, who is being held prisoner, and her boyfriend, Sean, and the FBI agent are trying to track her down.
So we're back at the prison, and Sophia tells the president he's got to be careful about Thomas. But he's still angry with her, so he's not even listening.
So all the passengers are alive, and then everybody's fine, but they don't really remember what happened, they don't know what happened, and they just start getting sick and ill.
Remember when Layla was cutting her rope?
Oh yeah, and then she ended up escaping and shooting Vicky.
She
I just shot somebody.
So Layla's calling Sean, and then
Actually,
what happens?
she doesn't realize that Vicky's really alive. It's all a trick.
So Thomas has a way to save the passengers.
But only if the president releases Sophia.
So Thomas and the president make a deal.
And the passengers were healed and Sophia was released.
And she's on the run. But they're able to track her. The government's able to track her.
So Simon helps Sophia escape, but then someone finds out that he's one of her people.
Agent Lee.
And Simon just takes him out and is really excited. Not only is he good looking, but wow!
He's the mole.
So they took Samantha, and Sean and Layla have been looking for her, and they're trying to track her, but they're not really sure which direction to go or how they're going to do it yet.
Sean and Layla are rifling through Layla's house looking for clues, and this crazy chick Madeline comes in and pulls a gun on them. Where she starts sharing a lot of secrets, and Sean and Layla think she's crazy.
Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy?
Sophia and Thomas are reunited. There's something going on between them. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's something.
Sean and Collier figure out they're in a trap.
We gotta get out of here.
So Sean decides to use Vicky's child against her and threatens to make the picture go viral.
Now it's decision time for Vicky. What does she do? She turns around and guns down her own people. Nice.
Layla! Sean, I'm in here!
Go.
Now. So Sean and Layla finally reunite. They're back together. It's a tearful, joyful reunion.
Meanwhile, Thomas has a surprise for the agents tracking Sophia.
They went to the building, but Thomas set the trap, so it collapsed. It was on Simon.
Simon! So it turns out this guy, Dempsey, he's a cute little old man, loves to do his little gardening. He's actually evil.
Sophia lays down the law.
I'm sorry, Mother.
I don't know if I'd want Sophia as my mom. She's like real tough. I don't know. It's kind of scary.
Watching the show, yeah, I see Samantha was kidnapped by a creepy nurse and she's giving her a shot or something. All right, later, Samantha's taken to this creepy hospital where it looks like there's a bunch of kids with their backs turned, and when they turn around, there are a bunch of creepy old-looking ladies.
So Simon survives miraculously, this building collapsing on him, and his boss now is really beginning to think that he's...
The greatest threat Earth will face is coming.
Boss, how am I supposed to protect people? Protect you if I can't even protect myself from the darkness?
By not trying to do it alone. We're in this together now, and the team needs to know the bigger war we're fighting.
Are you seriously trying to tell me that out of all the intergalactic bad boys we've ever faced, this one's actually worse?
This is much worse. We can't stop it. The darkness will affect every person on this planet.
You cannot be a beacon of hope when you have darkness in your heart.
I've come this far and I'm not looking back. I can do this.
We need help. There's one other person we can call. It's time we take a stand. You may not see me as a hero, but the rest of the world does. And I decide my fate.